Tell me the truth. Can you spell the word syntactical? What's happening? It's Erik J. Olson. It's kind of a rhetorical question, but kind of not. When I was in Navy contracting, before I started the company that eventually turned into Array Digital, I had a two-man Navy contracting company named Syntactical. Syntactical sounded like a great name, and it was actually very applicable to what we did. We were doing some sort of software development for the Navy, and in coding and programming, there's this concept of syntax, which is like how the actual code is laid out. It needs to be in a particular syntax or format. And so syntactical was actually something that was relevant to what we were doing. I came up with the idea for the name. I looked to see if the domain name syntactical.com was available. It was, and I was like, oh, it's meant to happen. We're meant to be named Syntactical. And so we named our company Syntactical, got the domain name syntactical.com, and we were ready for business. We were open for business. And we would tell people, and they were like, oh, that's cool. But one of the things that I recognized pretty quickly was that no one knew how to spell syntactical. I'm not going to spell it for you right now because I'll probably actually misspell it. You can look it up, but it's not the easiest word to hear or to spell. And both of those things are crucial in a name. So if you're like, we didn't end up renaming the company because there were a lot of other reasons, but we ended up shutting that down after 4 years. By the way, I don't know if you've noticed this or not. I talk about a lot of my failures here on this podcast. This podcast is almost like a diary for me. Like, here's all the things that went wrong along the way. And I do that because I want you to learn from my mistakes. I don't want to make the mistakes and only I'm the one that learned it. I want you to benefit from my mistakes. So for me, the lesson learned here was if you're going to pick a name for a company, make sure, number one, that you can communicate that name very, very easily to people. When you say it, they need to be able to recognize it and understand what that name is and be able to spell it in their head. I can't tell you the number of times that I had to actually spell syntactical out letter by letter by letter. It got exhausting. Pick a name that's very simple. The simpler, the better.